Welcome to our Research to Practice webinar today. Today we'll be creating assessments using the Illuminate website and CFA data, and we'll be creating those assessments from an item bank. You'll probably want to have a paper and a pen to take some notes, and if you want to click right along with the webinar, go ahead and have your computer ready as well. The first thing you'll need to do is access buffaloschools.org. Once you have buffaloschools.org, on the left-hand side of the screen, you'll click on Staff Resources. On the next screen after that, you will click on the Illuminate Assessment Management. That'll bring you to the login page for the Illuminate website. At that point, enter your username and password, and it will bring you to a screen that looks similar to mine, but probably not exactly like mine. Now we're ready to begin the process of creating an assessment. Again, the assessments should be brief, and they can be used as quizzes, homework, bell work, exit tickets, or any other way that you find in the classroom. So the first thing I'm going to click is Assessments, and I want to list assessments. You should then see a list of the assessments for your grade level. For the webinar, I've just randomly selected Grade 3. If I scroll down, I see the complete list of Grade 3 assessments. We want to focus on one of two assessments, either the CFA number 3 for ELA or CFA 3 for Math. I'm going to go ahead and click on the Math. That'll bring me to this screen, which provides an overview for the grade level band. And we've looked at these screens and analyzed how to use them during grade level meetings. What I want to click along the left here is Response Frequency. Make sure to scroll down after you click that, and you can see the data question by question and standard by standard for either your classroom or your grade level. So I want to identify a standard to create an assessment from. I'm going to go ahead and select question number 1. Looks like about 25% of the children got that one correct, so I might want to provide some more work with that. So I've jotted down the standard because I'll need that in a moment. MA.33.OA.3. I'm going to scroll back up, click Assessments. Now I want to create a new assessment, and we're going to use an item bank. Now at this point, I have an option to name the assessment as well as provide a description of the assessment. So I will just name it Grade 3 Math, and as a descriptor, I'll just list the standard. Now I'm going to click Create. This is a critical step in creating the assessments. We need to set these 3 filters. The first is the type of assessment. I'm going to click there and get a large drop-down menu, and I want to scroll down to New York State P12 Common Core Learning Standards. Click that. I'm developing a mathematics assessment, and grade level is grade 3. Once I've set those 3 filters, I will see the standards that were assessed. And this first one matches the standard that I identified, so I'm going to select that. I also have the option by clicking on the small plus of drilling down farther into that standard. I'm just going to select the general standard. This tells me that I'm going to have 585 items in an item bank to choose from. Now what I want to do is come up here and click Add Items. These are some filters that you can set. The one filter I'm going to set is the item type. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to click multiple choice for my assessment and update filters. Now I'm going to see a list of all those questions, and there's several screens of questions. If you just keep clicking next at the bottom, you can move on through all the questions. Down here, I'm going to have 43 screens of questions to choose from. I'm going to go ahead and just scroll back up. Remember, we typically want to make these just quick assessments, so I'm going to identify a couple of story problems that I'd like to use. Once you identify a problem you'd like to use, you just click Add. And you'll often see a screen like this that says it's aligned to a standard you didn't previously select. That has to do with the different states in the Common Core. Just go ahead and click Add Item and Standards. And I'm going to find one more story problem that I like, and I'm going to click Add. And that one was added, okay. So now I see over here on the right that I have 2 items on my assessment that measure 2 standards, and they're both multiple choice questions. So my next step is to come up to the tabs at the top and click on Booklet. Now it'll give you some print options. You can set the font and spacing the way you'd like it. I'm going to go ahead and just keep it the way it is. It's fairly standard. And I'm going to click Generate. Now down here it's going to ask me if I'd like to open the assessment or save it. At this point you can save it directly to your files on your computer. I'm just going to open it so we can look at it right now. And here's my 2-question assessment that we select from the item bank. So that's printable, and I could go ahead and give that to my class once I feel they're ready and I'd like to assess that standard again. One more feature that I'd like to show on the print options, if I scroll down a little bit, it says Teacher Edition. If I click Yes there and then go back up to Generate, I'm going to open that Teacher Edition. What this will provide you with is it'll tell you the correct answer, it will tell you the standard, and it will also tell you why the incorrect answers are incorrect and what the student may have done to come up with an incorrect response. So you'll probably want to generate a Teacher Edition for yourself as well. So that's how we create assessments using Illuminate CFA data and an item bank. We'll have some future webinars with some other features on creating assessments.